Who's ever needed a transplant of any kind? Who's ever known anybody who's needed a transplant of any kind? All right. Did you know it's possible for animal parts to be transferred into humans? It's not precise yet, but they're working on it. My friend in high school needed a new heart, so he was on the waiting list for 2 years before he got his new heart. He has it now, but that's why xenotransplantation is important, because we need the waiting list for organs, any type of organs, is getting to be too high. Xenotransplantation can help out with that. So you can say xenotransplantation is the new era of organ transplanting. I'm going to tell you what xenotransplantation actually is and why we need it. Xenotransplantation is a procedure or a surgery that involves transplanting a organ, tissue cells, live cells from a non-human animal source to a human animal, or to a human. There's two main animals that they use for this, are baboons and pigs, actually. Pigs are actually the closest relation to the human heart. That goes animal-wise. And then next would be the baboon. The only difference between the baboon and the human heart are these veins or valves on the top. The similarity between a pig heart and a human heart is pretty amazing. This is a regular human heart. You got your aorta and your pulmonary arteries. And if you look at a pig heart, almost the exact same. The only difference is the aorta. On top of the aorta are these tiny arteries that really we don't really need to use, because all the pulmonary arteries are the same. So what it's basically going to be is that using this heart could actually keep you alive long enough to get an actual human heart for your transplant. Also, they have used kidneys from pigs and baboons, and they have also transferred livers from pigs and baboons. Their pig kidneys aren't exactly the same, but the only difference is this artery, but that's why we use artificial arteries. What they basically do is they take and they stick an extra, like, sort of an extension to this on there, which separates out in the tube, and that's what they use to clog up the, not clog the arteries, to attach the arteries. According to the FDA, 10 patients a day die in the United States because they're on the waiting list and they weren't able to receive a vital organ. With this, no one has ever lived off of an entire pig heart or a kidney or a liver, but they have done it to where they put it in and they have lived long enough. Lisa, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she did an article on this baby in South Africa that when it was born it had a heart defect and needed a new heart. Well, it was put on the waiting list and it was getting really bad and it almost died. So they put a baboon heart into it and it actually lived for 20 days longer than it should have. So with that, if they can do that with every patient that's about to die, that's needing immediate medical attention, but they don't have the organs to use, they can use that and it'll give you an extra 20 days and an extra 30 days. A guy lived off of a pig heart for 30 days and then died, unfortunately, because he wasn't able to get a human heart. But what I'd like you to get from this is that if this is possible, this is probable, and if you or any loved ones ever need a heart transplant or a kidney transplant, and they're on the waiting list and they need one really bad, and they're about to die, you can use this as a resort.